What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Wednesday, November 30th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. New photos of Power Rangers baddie Rita Repulsa were released Monday. Repulsa, played by Elizabeth Banks, is seen in all green with dark streaky hair in a ponytail and pointy features. A post posted on the Power Rangers Twitter page says, 65 million years later and I'm still devastatingly attractive. Killing it, you say? You have no idea how right you are. Hashtag Repulsa takes over. Throughout the day, posts feature claw marks and sarcastic comments by Repulsa, followed by hashtag Repulsa takes over and titled Repulsa's must-haves. One post, which featured a box of Rogaine on Amazon.com, was followed by the comment hashtag Repulsa must have number 4, Rogaine extra strength, glorious gift for Zordon, hashtag Repulsa takes over, referencing Bryan Cranston's character in the reboot. Based on the hit 1990s kids television series of the same name, the Power Rangers follows the adventure of a group of high school students who are able to transform into colorful heroes, able to wield powerful weapons in order to defend the Earth from the forces of evil. Repulsa, a powerful witch who was imprisoned for thousands of years, serves as the main antagonist for the Rangers, using her magical staff to bring giant monsters to life in order to conquer Earth. Power Rangers is set to debut in theaters on March 24, 2017. Oscar-winning actress Natalie Portman says her new movie, Jackie, is meant to offer a fresh point of view on the assassination of U.S. President John F. Kennedy. During a recent roundtable interview with reporters in New York, Portman was asked about the film's horrific scene in which her character, First Lady Jackie Kennedy, holds her dying husband after he was shot in the head while they were riding in a car through Dallas in 1963. Portman explained, "We think about what's given to us. You don't always think about the missing pieces," recalling how director Pablo Larraín told her, "We've all seen the assassination Zapruder tapes, of course, but it was a 7-minute drive afterwards to the hospital. What were those 7 minutes like? And it's unbelievable. I mean, you really think that's the drama. What is that? Holding your husband's exploded head on your lap for 7 minutes, trying to get to the hospital, and so we filmed that. It's harrowing because it's not recorded. We have no record of what happened. You're just like, okay, that was awful, the worst possible thing that could ever happen." Despite trying to capture the emotional truth of Jackie's role in this historic incident with very little factual documentation, Portman says filming the scene also posed significant physical challenges. The actress revealed, who is now pregnant with her second child, "It was very, very hard to do, and it was like the coldest day that we shot it. We were on the highway that they had closed down so we could go in this open car, and the poor actor who was playing Clint, the security guard, he famously was perched on the back of the vehicle the entire time, so he was harnessed in a split base for hours. The guy was a very brave actor, speeding down the highway in a split, so it was physically difficult, and it was also emotionally unimaginable." She went on to say she was stunned to learn that Jackie, who can be seen climbing on the back of the car in the real-life footage of the assassination, was actually trying to retrieve part of the president's brain. She says, "I always thought she was trying to escape, which I was like, oh, that makes sense if someone shoots the person next to you. And it wasn't. It was that she saw a piece of his brain, and she was trying to get it because she thought they could put it back in. You can't even imagine that your animal instincts in that moment of terror would be like, oh, I have to get that to put back in his head. It's unbelievable." That said, did Portman ever find herself shaken after a day of filming such dark material? She confessed those scenes were really, really a lot. Pressed to divulge whether she might want to pursue something lighter after this experience, she laughed and declared, "I would love to do a comedy." Indicating her baby bump, she added, "I don't know. I mean, guess I'm not working for a while." Co-starring Peter Sarsgaard, Greta Gerwig, John Hurt, Billy Crudup, and Max Casella, Jackie is to open in theaters on Friday. Felicity Jones says fans shouldn't expect her Rogue One, a Star Wars story character, to have a gold bikini moment. The 33-year-old English actress revealed in the January issue of Cosmopolitan that Jyn Erso won't in any way be objectified in the forthcoming standalone film. Jones told the magazine, "Everyone wanted to create a character that was not in any way objectified. We didn't want to sexualize Jyn. We don't even see Jyn's arms. That's not her priority. She's a survivor and she has a mission to complete." She also added, director Garth Edwards said very early on, "I want guys to watch it and be like, I want to be Jyn." A female friend of mine said, "I love that Jyn looks how we look, with trousers and a long sleeve top. We aren't in hot pants. When do women walk around wearing hot pants?" Carrie Fisher famously wore a gold bikini as Princess Leia in the 1983 movie Return of the Jedi. Jones said fans should expect Jyn to more resemble franchise heroes Luke Skywalker, played by Mark Hamill, and Han Solo, played by Harrison Ford. Being said about her character, Felicity Jones said she's a bit of a wounded animal when you meet her. There are moments when she's been blown over, she scrambles to get up, and she falls. It's important that she's not perfect. Garth and we want to see her being a human being. She also revealed she's obviously completely her own woman, but I felt like she was a rather beautiful blend of Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, and that came up in discussions around designing the costume. Jones is the second woman to lead a movie in the Star Wars franchise, following Daisy Ridley's turn as Rey in Star Wars The Force Awakens. The actress discussed the importance of female heroes in an interview with Entertainment Weekly in August. She says it's vital to have strong female leads, as we're seeing in politics, is a world where women are becoming leaders of nations. The films should be reflecting that. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, opens in theaters December 16th. The movie co-stars Diego Luna and Ben Mendelsohn and released a new TV spot trailer that appeared to feature the character Grand Moff Tarkin this week. And speaking of Daisy Ridley, she might be joining Tom Holland in the new sci-fi movie Chaos Walking. The 24-year-old is in talks to star opposite the 20-year-old English actor in Lionsgate's adaptation of the Patrick Ness book series, according to The Hollywood Reporter. The Chaos Walking series begins with The Knife of Never Letting Go, which is set in a dystopian world where all living creatures can hear each other's thoughts in a stream of images, words, and sounds called noise. Holland and Ridley would play Todd and Viola respectively. Charlie Kaufman and Jamie Linen are writing the script, with Doug Liman as director. Doug Davidson and Alison Schiemer will produce. Variety reports the project hasn't yet received a green lit or production start date. Sources said that the adaptation remains far on the horizon, in part due to Holland, Ridley, and Liman's busy schedules. Holland is best known for playing the new Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He debuted as the character in Captain America Civil War and will star in the standalone Spider-Man Homecoming. Ridley, meanwhile, portrayed Rey in Star Wars The Force Awakens and will reprise the character in Star Wars Episode 8. She will next star in a remake of Murder on the Orient Express with Johnny Depp. The CW showcased its new upcoming live-action Archie comic series Riverdale with the first official trailer. The 25-second trailer featured a shirtless Archie, a swimsuit-clad Veronica, a brawl, and an apparent murder set to a dramatic score. Riverdale's pilot was picked up by the CW in February and labeled as a one-hour drama written by Archie Comics creative officer Roberto Aguilar Sacasa and executive produced by Greg Berlanti. The series will feature KJ Apa as Archie, Surviving Jack star Lily Reinhart as Girl Next Door Betty, and Cole Sprouse as the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody fame as Archie's best friend, Jughead Jones. The CW announced the series will premiere on Thursday, January 26 at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Santa Clarita Diet has a set premiere date for February 2017. The Drew Barrymore and Timothy Olyphant comedy series will debut February 3rd on Netflix, Entertainment Weekly announced Monday. The show stars Barrymore and Olyphant as Sheila and Joe, married real estate agents living in suburban Santa Clarita, California, with their daughter Abby, played by Liv Hewson. The series follows the family as Sheila goes through a dramatic change. Barrymore told Hamptons magazine in May, "The show is crazy and exciting. I haven't worked very much so that I could raise my children. It feels fresh to go back to something I've known for so long. It's funny how you can make it new again." Santa Clarita Diet is created by Victor Fresco and co-stars Ricardo Chavarria and Skylar Gisodondo. Barrymore, Oliphant, and Fresco also serve as executive producers. Barrymore had said on the Today Show in 2014 that she plans on taking fewer roles in order to focus on daughter Olive and Frankie. She last starred in the movie Miss You Already with Toni Collette. Universal Parks and Resorts announced Tuesday they will collaborate with Nintendo to bring Nintendo-themed attractions for their parks in California, Florida, and Japan. The two companies provided further details on the collaboration first announced in May, promising, quote, expansive, immersive, and interactive Nintendo-themed areas at Universal Studios Japan, Universal Orlando Resort, and Universal Studios Hollywood. The company said in a press release, you will enter an entire realm filled with iconic Nintendo excitement, gameplay, heroes, and villains, and it's coming to 3 Universal theme parks around the globe. Creative teams for both Nintendo and Universal Parks state the goal of the attraction, scheduled to open separately over the next several years, will bring Nintendo's video games to life in a new, innovative, and breathtaking, authentic ways. They said, imagine the fun of stepping into a larger-than-life Nintendo adventure. Gigantic piranha plants spring to life, question blocks, power-ups, and more surround you, and Mario and all his friends are there to pull you into a brand new world. The companies announced the development of the highly themed environments is well underway, and the environments will feature multiple attractions, shops, and restaurants. In a video outing the vision for the theme parks, president of Universal Creative Mark Woolbury says Nintendo was a natural choice for a new line of attractions. He says, we're always looking for the next great idea and the next great place to take people and Nintendo to fit the bill. Nintendo game designer and producer Shigeru Miyamoto shared a similar admiration for the work done by Universal Parks in bringing his iconic characters like Mario to life. He says, we are constantly amazed at how the park developers are bringing the essence of our games to life in the real world. Since we're really bringing the world to life, I think Mario will feel like he finally came home. Alexis Bledel, who plays Rory on Gilmore Girls, revealed her favorite characters while appearing on The Tonight Show. Jimmy Fallon, who says he is Team Jess, told Bledel he is new to the show and just got to season 4. He told her his favorite characters besides Bledel's Rory and Lauren Graham's Lorelai are Luke, played by Scott Patterson, Kirk, played by Sean Gunn, and Paris Geller, played by Lisa Wilde. Bledel says her favorite character are Caesar, played by Arias Alvarado, Babbitt, played by Sally Struthers, and Miss Patty, played by Lisa Torres, and Kirk, played by Sean Gunn. The 35-year-old actress says that since Sally Struthers and Liz Torres appeared on All in the Family together for years, that they are really fun together. She says every time they would come to set, they would get together and sing show tunes. And it was such a raucous day on set every day that they were there, so I have to appreciate them. Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life is now playing on Netflix. Moonlight earned the Best Feature, Best Screenplay, and Audience accolades at the Gotham Awards ceremony in New York Monday night. Casey Affleck won the Best Actor honor for his performance in Manchester by the Sea, and Isabelle Huppert went home with the Best Actress prize for her work in Elle. O.J., Made in America, was named Best Documentary. Comedian Keegan-Michael Key hosted the gala. VH1 released a trailer for the reboot of the Tyra Banks phenomenon, America's Next Top Model. The show originally premiered on UPN in 2003 before moving on to the CW, where it aired for 22 seasons until it ended its run in October. The reboot will be hosted by pop star 50 Shades of Grey actress Rita Ora and feature judges Ashley Graham, Law Roach, and Drew Elliott. There will be an appearance by celebrity guests during America's Next Top Model Cycle 23, including Zendaya, Amber Rose, French Montana, Tanish, Jason Derulo, and Chanel Iman. Series creator Tyra Banks, who hosted the show during its entire run, will be returning behind the scenes as an executive producer. Banks said in a statement, after creating an incredible global brand, I'm beyond excited to have the show reborn. This season's winner will receive $100,000, a fashion spread in Paper Magazine, a one-year talent deal with VH1, and star in a commercial featuring a feature for Rimmel London. America's Next Top Model premieres on VH1 December 12th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The first trailer for the contemporary remake of Beaches offers a glimpse of the long, complicated friendship between Cece and Hillary. The women are played by Idina Menzel and Nina Long in this new version, which is scheduled to premiere on Lifetime on January 21st. Menzel can be heard singing the original film's classic song, Wind Beneath My Wings, in Monday's 70-second preview clip. The 1988 adaptation of Iris Rainier Dart's novel starred Bette Midler as Cece and Barbara Hershey as Hillary. Shannen Doherty shared a photo on Instagram from her first day of radiation treatment Monday. She posted, "First day of radiation treatment. I look like I'm about to make a run for it," which is accurate. Radiation is frightening to me. Something about not being able to see the laser, see the treatment, and having this machine moving around you just scares me. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but right now I hate it. Hashtag radiation. Hashtag radiation Monday sucks. Hashtag still fighting like a girl. The 45-year-old actress has shared her journey through breast cancer on social media with pictures and videos of her struggles and triumphs. In early November, she began the process of reconstructing the breast she lost during a single mastectomy last year and posted a video to Instagram during an appointment with Beverly Hills plastic surgeon Dr. Jay Oringer. Doherty explained, "Getting my expander expanded by my reconstructive surgeon at Jay Oringer, MD, and the lovely Anna Marie. I consider myself very lucky and very blessed to have this man as my doctor. The last couple of days have been busy gearing up for radiation. Hashtag warrior. Hashtag fight like a girl. Hashtag cancer slayer." Doherty says the temporary expander, which is used to prepare the muscle for the permanent implant, had to be made bigger ahead of her radiation therapy since the radiation shrinks it. She recently shared a photo of herself getting a CT scan for mapping of her radiation and wrote about her anxiety on the process. She wrote, "CT scans to do mapping for radiation plan. This scares me so much. Not sure why. Was supposed to get it with contrast, but the minute they started looking at which vein to use, I started to cry. Full panic attack. Sometimes you just get sick of being poked. And that's okay. I cried. I felt sorry for myself for a minute, then stopped and reminded myself of how lucky I am. Thank God for my new radiation oncologist decided to try without contrast so I could calm down. So one panic attack down and mapping done. Now to actually start radiation. Hashtag cancer slayer. Hashtag warrior. Hashtag fight like a girl. Hashtag bless." The actress, popular for roles in Beverly Hills 90210, Charm, and the film Heathers, announced that she will appear in the television reboot of the 1980s film. Ryan Reynolds says he had some pretty awful auditions during his career. The 40-year-old actor recently dished about his worst audition during a Variety Actors on Actors interview with Empire star Taraji P. Henson. Reynolds revealed, "I was never a great auditioner, but I had one where I had to sing, and I'm a nervous singer. You know, when you're in the shower and you're like, this is pretty good? Well, but once I get out in the real world, it's just like my voice turns into a hammer that hits everybody in the face." He also added, "I did an audition where I had to sing, and it was pretty bad. It was one of those auditions that was so bad that I look back and I think, what if that tape surfaces at some point? That'll be the death of me. Yeah, that was pretty awful." Reynolds didn't reveal which film he tried out for, but did say his last audition was for the Coen brothers. The actor tried and failed to secure a part in the siblings' 2013 musical drama Inside Llewyn Davis, which ultimately starred Oscar Isaac, Justin Timberlake, and Adam Driver. He said, "I auditioned and failed for the Coen brothers. Hail Caesar, was it? No, the one before that. That was my last audition. It was terrible. It was okay. It was just wasn't the right fit, unfortunately, mostly because they were very high class." Reynolds previously told The Guardian that he would drive to auditions in his early career in his van without a missing door. The actor owned a vehicle in California during the El Nino storms of 1997. He recalled, "I'd have to drive to auditions with a set of clothes in a plastic bag, as everything in the van would get soaked." Reynolds is known for starring as the title character in Deadpool and will reprise the character in Deadpool 2. He is also slated for Life with Jake Gyllenhaal and The Hitman's Bodyguard with Samuel L. Jackson. Pregnant singer Pink isn't the only person in her family with babies on the brain. The 37-year-old star shared a picture of 5-year-old daughter Willow practicing to be a big sister after revealing she's expecting her second child with husband Carey Hart. She captioned a photo of her daughter diapering a baby doll, "Dry runs." Pink and Hart, a 41-year-old retired motocross racer, married in Costa Rica in 2006 and welcomed Willow in June 2011. The couple announced the singer's second pregnancy earlier in November. Pink opened up about motherhood during an appearance on Good Morning America in May. She says at the time that her family is her first priority and voiced her desire for a second child. The star revealed, "I love being a mama. I made a choice a long time ago that I was going to have a successful family, and that is my absolute number one goal in life." She joked, "I feel like I have 2 kids right now. I would like a third. Carey Hart is an awesome husband and a really good dad, but he's also like a second child." Pink last released the album Rose Ave as part of the folk duo You Plus Me in 2014. She released the single Just Like Fire for the Alistair Looking Glass soundtrack in April and Setting the World on Fire with Kenny Chesney in July. Rapper Tyga is being sued after reportedly failing to make car payments on a red 2016 Ferrari 488. Alex Benedict, the lessor of the vehicle, filed a suit against the 27-year-old rapper earlier this month, according to People magazine. Benedict claims he agreed to a deal with Tyga in May, but had to have the Ferrari repossessed twice after the rapper didn't make payments. TMZ reports the first repossession took place on August 31st, but Tyga negotiated to get the car back and returned in October 9th. He allegedly didn't return the vehicle, and it was repossessed again on November 8th. Benedict is seeking $150,000 in damages, attorney fees, and punitive damages, according to E! News. His lawyer Ron Cheney told the New York Daily News that Benedict has no choice but to pursue legal action. Cheney says, "We attempt to work with Tyga and his representatives before filing the suit. Fortunately, they are all but ignored our request to return the vehicle, forcing us to take action and file suit." Tyga's girlfriend, reality star Kylie Jenner, gave the rapper a $300,000 Bentley Balenciaga in September after the Ferrari was repossessed for the first time. Tyga had gifted Jenner a $200,000 Mercedes Maybach for her birthday the month previous. Niall Horan says he and One Direction haven't called it quits yet. The 23-year-old singer told the Mirror's Sunday People that he, Liam Payne, Harry Styles, and Louis Tomlinson would be silly not to return to the boy band after their hiatus. Horan told the publication, "We will be back. We would be silly not to. Ridiculous." He also said, "At the moment, we are all doing our own thing. Everyone is just enjoying how chilled it is. Harry wanted to do his movie, and everyone is just chilling. I don't think anyone needs to worry about us. We are fine." One Direction last performed together in December 2015 and are expected to take a minimum 18-month break to rest and pursue solo careers. The group's rep previously denied in January that the band was splitting up for good. The spokesperson says the story is fabricated and pure speculation. One Direction have clarified the situation many times already. Horan, Payne, and Styles have all secured solo record deals since the beginning of the hiatus. Horan released his first solo single, This Town, in September after landing a contract with Capitol Records. He says, "At the time, I'm excited to announce that I've signed a record deal with Capitol Records USA. Thank you to all of the One Direction fans for your love and support always. I'm looking forward to the next part of this journey together." And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1974, Elton John's Greatest Hits begins a 10-week run atop the Billboard 200 Pop Album charts on its way to selling more than 24 million copies worldwide. Elton John was born and raised as Reginald Dwight in suburban London, and if you rearrange his DNA or his childhood environment just a bit, he might have been a RAF fighter pilot instead of one of the biggest pop stars of all time. His father Stanley wanted young Reginald to follow his footsteps into the British military, but his mother Shirley Dwight's Elvis Presley record sparked his interest in rock and roll, and her uncritical devotion made it possible for the bespectacled boy to pursue his dream of rock stardom without discouragement. As he displayed remarkable tenacity in pursuing that dream, even to the point of ruining his vision by wearing a pair of Buddy Holly-style eyeglasses until his eyes adjusted to their strong prescription. An accomplished pianist with the gift of composing original melodies, Reg Dwight toured extensively with the band called Bluesology while still a teenager in the mid-60s. But his path towards stardom really began when he landed a 9-to-5 songwriting job at DJM Records in 1967 and was paired with a lyricist named Bernie Taupin. Taking the stage name Elton John in 1969, Dwight began recording original material written with Taupin while still turning out bland commercial ballads by the hundreds as part of his day job. His debut album, Empty Skies, in 1969, failed to catch on in the UK and was not released in the United States until years later. But his follow-up, Elton John, in 1970, was a breakthrough smash thanks to Your Song, his first top 20 hit on both sides of the Atlantic. Over the next 4 years, John would produce new material at a rate that is utterly astonished by today's standards. Prior to the November 1974 release of Elton John's greatest hits, he released 6 full-length studio albums: Tumbleweed Connection in 1970, Madman Across the Water 1971, Hunky Chateau 1972, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player 1973, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road 1973, and Caribou 1974, and scored 14 American Top 40 hits, 10 of which were included on the Greatest Hits album that reached number 1 on this date in 1974. Over the subsequent decades of his phenomenal career, Elton John would release 2 further volumes of Greatest Hits, sell tens of millions of albums worldwide, and establish an American chart record that may never be equaled by placing at least one hit on the Billboard Top 40 in each of the 30 consecutive years from 1970 to 1999. Also on this date in 2004, after winning 74 straight games and more than $2.5 million, a record for U.S. game show Jeopardy, contestant Ken Jennings loses. Jennings' extended winning streak gave the game show a huge ratings boost and turned the software engineer from Salt Lake City, Utah, into a TV hero and household name, at least temporarily. Barbara Walters named him one of the 10 most fascinating people of the year, along with Google co-founder Sergey Brin, Republican operative Karl Rove, and hotel heiress socialite Paris Hilton, among others. And Jennings appeared on such shows as Late Night with David Letterman, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, and even Sesame Street. Jennings, who was born in 1974 outside Seattle, Washington, graduated from Brigham Young University in 2000, where he headed the school's National Quiz Bowl team. Having grown up watching Jeopardy, he made his first appearance on the show in June 2004. After a record-setting 6-month run, Jennings lost on the show that aired on November 30th, 2004. When he was stumped by the answer, most of this firm's 70,000 seasonal white-collar employees work only 4 months a year. The correct response was the tax preparation company H&R Block. Prepared by his Jeopardy fame, Jennings went on to become a pitchman for various products and wrote several books. At the time of Jennings' appearance, Jeopardy was well established as one of the top-rated game shows in American history. Created by TV talk show host and entertainment mogul Merv Griffin, Jeopardy debuted in 1964 on NBC with Art Fleming serving as host. Griffin, who went on to create another hugely popular long-running game show, Wheel of Fortune, which premiered in 1975, suggested a format in which contestants were given trivia answers in a variety of categories and then required to come up with the questions. Canceled in 1975, Jeopardy returned briefly, airing from 1978 through 1979. In September 1984, a syndicated version of Jeopardy launched with Alex Trebek as host and Johnny Gilbert as the announcer. And that is your entertainment report for Wednesday, November 30th, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.